I've been trying to make my watercolor painting practice more fun, but I do tend to have two problems sometimes when I sit down to paint. One, sometimes my head is a little bit empty and I just don't really have ideas what to paint. Or two, sometimes I feel like I should practice more skills. This is not really helping me build my skills. So I came up with this really cool idea. I'm going to call it a painting lottery. I wrote down these prompts and they have both some like skills in them. Not all of them, but some will be for building skills. Some prompts are for just fun, surreal paintings, or using things that I don't normally use, maybe mediums I don't normally use, or colors. So what I'm going to do is every day I'm going to draw a prompt and I'm just basically going to do what it says and let's see what happens. I made sure that everything in this jar, I think I put about 26 prompts. I made sure that they are things I generally find fun to paint, and I think they will be just, you know, I will be happy to paint because it can be quite easy to be like, oh, I should practice this, I will put it in the jar. Well, really in my case. But I tried not to do that. So yeah, let's see where it takes me. Yeah, let's just go for it. I am a little bit nervous, that's why probably I'm rambling on so much. Okay, let's have a look. First prompt. Oh, and by the way, I do these videos every day, but this is the first time I'm using the painting lottery. I generally just practice daily because it's super helpful for me to improve my skills. I just need like a structure, but I thought this would be a fun way to actually practice daily, because it will also like remove decision fatigue and I will not have to think, oh, what do I paint today? But at the same time, I can also add to the jar if I'm inspired by something, and then I know that one day, you know, I will paint it. Anyway, this is our first prompt. Let's see, what is it? I'm so curious. Upside down. Here we go. Create abstract landscape, use salt for the sky. Okay, really cool. I love using salt. I even have some ready with me. It's as if, you know, as if I knew, but I promise I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to use a big piece of paper. I actually have my massive painting block here. And I'm going to make like mini landscapes. The reason why I already know what to do, because when I created these prompts, there were things that I maybe painted in the past to some degree. So for example, I did some abstract landscapes, and I just made small abstract landscapes. I found it really helpful to do lots of mini landscapes, because then I wasn't hyper focusing on each one, and then it didn't matter that much if I liked how it turned out or not. I'm just grabbing some of my washi tape. What should I use? Cacti? Maybe this one. Right, so I'm going to mask all this out and create, maybe divide it probably in 3, and then I'll be back and we'll start on the mini landscapes. Right, so I divided my paper into 8 sections, and that will help me not overthink too much about each one of them. In the past, when I did it, I would just kind of do like loose brush strokes, so that was quite easy to do them all at the same time. But I want to focus on the sky in this one. I don't really want to think about adding too many details. So what I was thinking to do is, this is my inspiration book, by the way. I have like lots of pictures that paintings that I really like, and yeah, sometimes you know, when I need inspiration, it's just helpful. Anyway, so I was thinking of doing something like this. I will basically just use my brush to kind of just create this hard edge on the bottom, and this will create like illusion of this you know, like a foreground. And then I will there's a glare from my light, I think. Sorry, the light is not great. Anyway, yeah, I will do this like loose wash and add some salt. But because I will be doing this sort of thing, I'm not sure how easy it will be to work on them at the same time. But anyway, I will even turn it upside down, I was gonna say, but actually it kind of is upside down already anyway. I mean, it doesn't matter which way, does it? No, I guess this is more upside down. Okay. Because that way I will start with the ground here. So I will actually do them upside down. That might be even better, because it's kind of will take me even more away from like realism, I guess. So yeah, I'll do them upside down. Okay, so what do I want to practice about salt? I could practice definitely how much water I'll use. So maybe the first ones, I could use like a lot of water and just add salt. Then I could use less. I could also see, should I use water where with a more concentration of paint and less? I don't know. Anyway, do I want to limit my color palette? I could do that because they will look prettier probably. I will limit to 3. And I will use colors. Another thing, I have my cheat sheet when it comes to salt. I really like using salt, so I actually did this swatch. That's another exercise in itself. If you don't want to do that, you could just do a swatch of your watercolor paints and try each one with a bit of salt. And some of them, like I like Windsor Blue or Indigo with salt. I like Alizarin Crimson as well. So I could be using, for example, Windsor Blue, Indigo. What else should I add to this? Maybe the violet one. Yeah, let's just go for that. It's gonna be kind of like a wintry feel. So I'll just use these 3 colors, but in different places, and yeah, I'll mix them and stuff like that. Okay, enough talking. I will switch to my bigger brush maybe. Yeah, bigger might be useful. Let's start very simply with indigo. Right, let's see. So I'll do it fairly watery, I think. Just going to kind of I'll just let it kind of move. Lots and lots of water. And I want to drop some purple. It's this purple, yeah. Just drop some purple here and there. Maybe here a little bit. Did I wet the entire thing? Maybe. Just wet the entire thing. Okay, and then salt. Oh, it's already drying here. So I guess I'll just use salt in the wet area. Yeah, I guess it will be hard to practice on them at the same time, but I do want to continue this. And then I'll switch to the blue. Maybe something like this. But here, a little bit more here. So this is swimming. This is not normally how I would paint. I will leave this white space. I think it adds interest. So let's just go all over. Okay, now I will be a little bit more, I'll restrict myself a little bit more. What should we do? Maybe very dark to start with. Indigo, also dark. And then I'll just soften a bit. Still using quite a lot of water, but okay. And let's just add it here mostly. And then I'll do this one in a similar way, but I will add it mostly to the wet area. So I think this is not dark enough. There we go. Let's make it nice and juicy. Maybe more indigo. Like this. A bit of water. Pull it down. And then I'm mostly going to add it here, trying not to hit the... Now this one I'm not sure it's worth doing, to be honest. When I use salt, I always use it on the dark part. I mean, I use it on the color, right? Like using it on a wash that's barely there, the very pale one, it just seems kind of counterintuitive. But who knows? Maybe I will actually do next one. It will be also quite restricted, but quite gentle as well. So rather than using such a thick color, I will use quite a pale one. Let's actually switch to purple here. this and just all over. Okay, I was about to dip my fingers in the water jar. Right, now the thing with salt, it takes ages to actually start working. I can see it working here, working here a little bit, starting to work here. It's actually quite lovely, the softness of this. Right, I think I want to kind of combine the dark and the soft. I'll do basically this again, do it all over, but start with actually a dark version first. Which one should we go for? Oh, the purple. So let's start with the juicy purple. I might even do it here a bit. There we go. Two at the same time. Then a bit of blue here and there. Then indigo, nice and juicy. And then let's use quite a bit of water. Let it all merge. I feel like this needs a little bit of color here. This blue is overpowering it. Perhaps I used too much, but isn't it just lovely? I just love looking at watercolor moving. It's just so nice. It works best when it just does its own thing. Right, let's quickly add some salt before it dries. There we go. Okay, I will need to, oh, this one's starting to work nice. I will need to wait for this to dry. And, well, first of all, let's maybe turn them the correct way up. Ah, but now I see the problem. The ones where I didn't actually let it spread that much, they kind of, this does not look like a ground anymore. So I think I'm going to do the unforgivable and actually mess with it. I'm going to add a bit more water, because I don't want them to have such a white sky. This one is going to be hard to rescue. Okay, that looks better, doesn't it? Just this gentle little color, and oh, I wish this one spread more, but no, leave it. It is what it is. Okay. Oh, look at this! Isn't that looking lovely already? Can you see? Well, I know my light is pretty bad today, but they are just so juicy and lovely. Anyway, let's leave them to do their thing, and we'll be back to see when they are dry. I'm back. They are not fully dry, especially this one that was flooded, but look how gorgeous they are. Wow, like, and I thought that they need to be kind of like dark for it to look nice, because that's when you can see the effect. But actually the when you use paler wash, the softness of it is so lovely. I think I actually prefer, oh, just put my finger, oh god, in purple, hang on. Yeah, the softness of it, I actually prefer it over like these ones, for example. Really, really nice. I might try to peel the paper, even though with the paper it actually looks kind of cute, doesn't it? But it's not a cotton paper, and I've noticed that with cotton paper, washi tape usually works well. But when let's just move this. When I've tried using cellulose paper, it usually tears them. So let's just see. Maybe depends on the paper, really. Oh, it's actually coming off. That's nice. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a different type of paper I was using. This is the satisfying part. But I need to be careful because some are drying, but it's really late, so I don't think I can wait any longer. Right, I'll mop this up before No, I think I'm gonna have to leave this one for a minute. Let's see if I can remove. Maybe let's do this edge. Oh. Now the problem is that my my land is way bigger because it was masked out, but I do prefer the smaller one because now it's kind of fighting in the composition, but it's okay. Right, I can remove this one. Oh, careful. What else can I remove? Should be able to remove this one. Oh, that's yeah, I know. Anyway, I hope you like this. I definitely enjoyed using my painting lottery. I'll be back tomorrow. It was fun. It kind of like removes this decision fatigue of what to paint. Sometimes it just can be a bit like, you know, I can't really decide what to paint, and it ends up being the whole thing where I'm procrastinating. But with this, I really liked it. So I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you will too, and I especially hope that you try this. Especially if you sometimes struggle with ideas for what to paint. Let's see, can I do this? Yay, I just need to make sure not to put my fingers in it, which probably will be the biggest challenge. I really love this. I'm so glad I did this. So cool. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Happy painting. Bye.